This one popped up on my feed randomly. Got 500,000 views in 3 weeks. By Leon Hart. I don't know if anyone watches this channel. The grim reality of owning a card store. This sounds interesting. We're gonna do this one. All right, I proceed.
Would you recommend running a card store?
It was
No.
an uphill battle. You're gonna be struggling and hard. It is one of the prime targets for robbery. They were grabbing cases of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I might have made this sound grim, but you have to be prepared.
That has to just be like kind of an anecdote, right? Like there's no way that's like a regular occurrence, surely.
A storm.
That's awful though, regardless. I mean, don't get me wrong, but
start their own card
right.
stores, but running one presents a few more challenges.
Is this loud enough? I think so.
Meet Nathan, the owner of Cloud Collectibles in Dallas, Texas. I decided to stop by his
Pokemon, not Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, yeah, you don't steal. You steal the better game.
Hey,
what's up?
how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much
Very
for
common in the
letting
US.
me come here today to
Crazy.
check out the store. You've
Gotta invest in
recently
good
expanded,
security
right?
Yes,
and
within
insurance.
the past 6 months, we've expanded.
Oh, I'd love to kind of just get a tour of your store and then kind of
I'm really curious what the margins are, because I don't know what the most profitable things are in card stores, because it's weirdly not the cards and the product.
Brazil!
Hi, waving hand.
Right here.
Hi, Jody.
Well, is our sealed products.
I know that one of the locals near me, like all of its margins is just from food. It's
So you don't
basically
have
just a cafe.
Pokemon, you have Dragon Ball, Star Wars, even a little
Star Wars
sports
base
as
game.
well.
Yep, Weiss is another big one that we do here. We have Magic, Final Fantasy. I mean, we try to keep a good variety here.
And do you see a lot of people coming in for that different variety, or do you, as a store, mainly try to
It's
focus
a Hunter x
on
Hunter
TCG
card game?
like Pokemon or Lorcana?
You know, we try to give every game a fair chance. But Pokemon does outpace almost every other game.
No!
One Piece, you know, is
Fuck
actually doing
Pokemon!
very well too right now.
Oh, that's incredible. And
Wait,
you
what's doing
have
well?
Different types.
It was One Piece, right?
It's actually doing very well too. Almost every other game. One Piece, you know, is actually doing very well.
No, even One
too
Piece
right
is
now.
winning!
That's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
incredible. And you
dying.
have different types of tournaments over there in the tournament area?
Yes.
That's so
Like
clean.
releases and stuff?
Yes, we do a lot of pre-releases. We host, I think, currently 5-6 different games. Pokemon is actually one of our smallest tournaments, so which is weird.
So
Huh?
for actually
How?
playing wise, Pokemon is your smallest.
Yes.
But for coming in and buying an Evolving Skies pack, that's like your biggest crowd?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So Pokemon's your first biggest game. What's your second biggest game?
One Piece.
Is
No!
One Piece?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't rub it in.
Very nice.
The third would be Lorcana. I think.
Third
the
is
fourth
like, bro, we're not even. Are we even gonna make top 5?
would be Weiss.
All right. What do you got going on in these glass cases over here?
In the front here, we keep all of our slabs. A big variety of classic Japanese. We mainly try to keep the 3 big, graders: CGC, PSA, Beckett. The biggest reason why we opened Cloud Collectibles, I think some of the stores got
Brazil!
Good
day, streamer
so they
man.
were just
Almost
overcharging
4
the
years
community.
of the Farfa.
So for
Farfa.
example, there's boxes that you could buy for like $200-$300. They'll charge $800-$900.
Huh?
I was returning to collect Pokemon. I actually went.
That's
to
like a
one of those stores,
300%
and,
markup.
I didn't know anything at the time, and then after some time.
More
and
though, if we're
research
looking at
after I bought
cost.
it, I realized I was down, and I was like, that's not cool. Let's create a place where people feel safe when you're.
I'm curious where this is. Download the Rare Candy app. Okay, noted. Cloud Collectibles. This is in. Is it the US? It's probably US, but I'm just got a feeling it might be in Canada as well. Dallas, Texas. I mean, that's probably a huge
There's a
market,
lot of
right?
Stuff, even in my store, that might be a little.
If it's
bit
like downtown
overpriced,
especially?
But it's more because there's a lot of Pokemon products you can't.
It did say
buy
Yu-Gi-Oh on the
from
website,
Amazon
though.
anymore.
So they
we
must have a
to
locals.
actually buy that from other customers and other people. at a
Rouge, thank you for the
certain
61
price.
months.
So we have to mark it up just to keep the doors open a little bit. Yeah, and we try to make it as family fun as possible here. So
Just no one buys it. That's the thing though, like buying Yu-Gi-Oh product, I feel like is
our
not
employees
good.
actually were originally customers. I came here as a business partner with Bill, but now we have like 20-30 friends that come here and just
Shout outs
hang
to
out with
Bill.
us on a daily. They don't have to buy anything, they just come and hang out like from morning to night.
And that's kind of like what you want to see with your local card stores. You want that casual, fun feeling to come anytime during the day, to hang out with your friends, open up some cards. I would be personally tempted myself if I was just sitting there to walk over and be like, yeah, I want a 151 pack right now to open. But I like that vibe because I think that
feel
really
like this is
what
such a
the
geography
communities
thing,
want
but
and need is
somewhere
a safe,
like
fun place to come.
Texas just feels so.
Buy cards and hang with other passionate people.
Like my card store was in the middle of the city center. Like you could walk to it from the university in like 5 minutes.
That's a PSA 10 Lily full art trainer.
To be
You have to
honest,
like
this is one of the
drive
first
everywhere
cards
in
that
the
I
U.S.
bought.
So
It's actually one of
it
my
doesn't feel
personal
like it's like a
cards that I love.
casual thing.
That's incredible.
That you
What are
just
some of
pass
your
by,
other
right?
favorite cards that you have
Walk.
displayed?
The first one would be probably this gold 10 Charizard. Most people don't
It's
know that,
crazy.
during
The
celebration
U.S.
camp,
mind cannot
this was
comprehend,
very
but
hard to grade. It was very hard to even get a 10 out of it. So the difference between a raw and a 10.
you have to drive
is
anywhere for
like
anything in the
$1,000.
U.S. And Texas is one of the
Really?
worst
That's
about
a
it as well.
CGC
Yeah.
Gemmin 10. Yeah, those metal cards always would flake in the grading process. So that's a very, very special card to get in such a score.
And
What else?
Beckett refuses to grade that now, I think.
Oh, Beckett doesn't even grade those anymore? Oh, okay.
Because I think it was being chipped during the process, and then people were getting mad at them, so they're like, you know what, we're not taking this.
We're not dealing with that anymore. What else you got? Looks like you got a Shadowless Charizard, World Championship
How much is a
cards.
shadowless
This was a big one right
Charizard?
here.
Isn't
Is that
that
a
like
gold star
5
Umbreon?
digits?
Yes, it is. At a BGS 9.
Wow, so there we go, folks. That's like one of the original Umbreons that you want to go after, but that thing's only in the
Six?
top series 5 packs.
$3 bucks?
English, we never had a
There's no
hollow
way it's
version.
six
In the
digits.
Japanese, they had a hollow version.
You
of
would
that.
not
Of
keep
the
that in on display in a card shop
Pretty cool.
overnight.
Taking a look at some of these
Right?
items
There's
here.
just
Got
no
some
way.
sealed product over here, Cosmic Eclipse, Unbroken Bonds. I'm a big Gundam fan myself, so it's cool to see some of the model.
That
Is
looks
there
cool.
a specific type of aesthetic that you try going with for this store?
Yes,
when
you
start
would.
creating
Dude, we
it?
talked
Yeah,
about
we
like
tried to go
robberies at the start
for,
of this
you know, we
video.
wanna
What do you
be
mean?
wide open. We wanna
If I
keep
had
it as
something
clean
worth
as
6
possible.
digit,
What is this
I am
whole
not
area
leaving
right
that
here with the glass
unattended
display
in the middle of a
These are
shop.
all of
Like,
our
what do
raw
you mean?
singles. We got Yu-Gi-Oh right here, One Piece over here. This is our vintage Pokemon case. We have 2 cases full of it, and then over here we keep our modern 3 cases of.
Is it
modern,
just me,
and
but
we
I
got
have
1
not
case
seen
of
a
Japanese.
Yu-Gi-Oh card
Yeah,
yet?
this is a dream come true for myself just learning to play the game and stuff.
Oh, you did
to
mention it. Okay,
instantly
just
be greeted
now.
by all of the singles of cards here.
Was that
especially
Zeus?
right over here. I'm eyeing this specific nest ball card over here. We'll have to see if we can come up with a good deal a bit later
You
on
and a
for that,
card
'cause I'll
shop.
put that in my deck that I play with. But very cool area. I love the aesthetic, just bright, open concept of what you were saying when you started the store.
All of these like shelves we actually designed it.
The
ourselves
capacity
in-house.
looks so
We try
good as
to
well.
Match it to our aesthetic.
Like you
here.
could
And I
easily
think
have
that's
like
just what
50
makes
player
a
locals
bit more
here, just
personality
every
when it comes
evening.
to the store. These are
That's
your
really
full
cool
art trainers.
for every game.
Oh, so this is probably one of your more popular ones right now. I can see it.
Yes.
It's already been kind of rated by some people. And then yeah, down here
You
as
just
well,
did? Guys, are you on a
looks like
delay
you
or
got
something
some-
of like
they got
4 minutes?
Charizard
Yes.
right
Okay,
here.
I missed the
Just
Yu-Gi-Oh
really
thing.
beautiful. They
It
got
was
some
a
big shots
3-second
down there.
panning.
I always just love checking
I
out
get
the
it.
singles,
Okay,
especially
anyway.
the secret
Back
rares.
to the
Look at
cool
all these
card
rare
shop.
candies over here.
If you look at the prices, they're all 10 and above. But
The
we
US has more
actually
space.
have
Dude, every
binders
locals I've been to
that is for much lower.
has been
and,
like a
cheaper
basement,
cards from
essentially.
$1 all the way up to $10. So we don't keep that in a case. So we always have binders. Customers can always come, open, go through.
So like this says Pokemon Vintage right here, or Pokemon EX GX. Can I take it out?
Yeah, definitely. So here's a trainer gallery, and there's a playable.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Oh, let's check out. Oh, this is great. This is so just convenient. So if you're wanting to play, man, before I get to this binder, this is very convenient. I love that this is like that. Full art trainer binder.
And we're always filling this up every single day.
Oh yeah, like there's that Briar card, which I just added to my deck. What do you got in this case?
You know, upcoming games, Soul Masters. I want to help them grow. We put toys in here.
I like these. It looks like 3D printed figures of the muscle Pokemon in there. And then this looks like some more whites.
My Yugi
Got a
brain is
whole
just
section
looking
of
at that
Lorcana.
thinking those were
You,
like weirdo
have a fairly
Jamas.
good fan base. So.
Yeah, actually our Lorcana tournament base is actually pretty big. We can pull anywhere between 30 to 70 people sometimes.
Really?
So,
70
How many
people
people do you think you
Lorcana
can
Here
locals?
specifically is around 70
Bro, you
people.
ain't
And
not
then,
catching
we
me
need more space,
summoning
we go next door and
Daffy
ask
Duck
them to use their
Dragon.
tables too, and they're really good people too, yeah. They're a boba shop actually.
It looks like you got sleeves and accessories
Yep.
on this side between Dragon Shield, Graded Guard, One Piece sleeves.
These are some Japanese
One Piece.
imported sleeves. We have play mats of all different sorts,
Like that. I need to get that for like Halloween.
deck boxes, carry cases, and we have a lot of bulk too for people who, you know, like to finish master sets.
All right, I saw this from the distance. What do you got going on with this case?
So we tried to help out some of our community members, the ones that are very nice and, you know, they care about the community. We let them use our display cases and consign.
Is this also kind of consignments as well with these cards?
We have extra space, and
I
you know,
don't
if
really
someone wants to
understand that.
consign
What is
something, we'll make
consignment?
a little deal, and help them push it.
That's really nice of y'all to do that. Well, I see you got an empty space right there. Maybe I can, I put like a special Leonhardt card there or something like that, and a little display sign that says Leonhardt card.
Oh, letting them sell,
Somebody
I
can come
see.
and buy it. I'm just joking, but.
Your fans would probably love that, actually.
Yeah, maybe. That got me thinking. I was kind of seeing what looks like your logo in this room.
Yes.
What do you got
Yeah,
going on in this
it's
secret
really
room over
weird,
here?
but
So we recently just added a
is
stream
that
room.
really
Oh,
something
nice.
that would be
Videos.
popular?
Wow, look at that.
Like
You got some
if
binders
someone
over
is
here.
looking for
You
a
got the
thing that
old
you have
Portland
that could be
bathroom, which
worth
is very
something, you
nice.
just go
You know, keep the
online,
store
no?
as clean as possible. I mean, we spend a lot of time cleaning. I feel more of a janitor than an owner, but I mean, it's fun.
22, I can buy a
Crazy
Kia
with the amount of people. I mean,
Sekia too.
No offense, but stores are notorious for it can get pretty.
I love cleaning though, so it's not a bad thing. We actually do a lot of charities here too. We take a lot of these bulk cards that we have too much of. We give it to the hospitals, we give it to schools. We create decks for people and we just send it off. We don't put our name on anything. We just send it off to them.
Oh, that's really nice. That's really kind of y'all to do that.
I also sat down
That's
with
really cool.
Nathan to ask about the reality of being a card store owner.
What are some common misconceptions when it comes to running a card store? There's a game called TCG Simulator right now, which is very popular. I'm gonna guess it's not as easy as running a store like that online, right?
No, it's not as easy.
What do you
spend
mean?
most of your time sitting here pricing cards. We price all the cards once, and then we're at mercy to the market. You could come here and see a card that I priced for 25 bucks. Well, in a week from now or a month from now, that card could have dropped down to.
I mean, the prices change every day.
Yes.
So you're saying that you would have to basically come out here. It's not like an online store where you just can
Yeah,
update it
like
just
biggest
that. You
biggest
get out
margins from a card store is usually your in-store amenities like food, or the best way is usually just singles, and ideally your local community like is buying the new cards from you. So hey, here's a new Fiendsmith deck. Okay, we'll just buy it from your local shop, right? That supports the business. That's how they make profit and get margins, and they can keep the lights on. Lots of stores as well, like ship like regionally across the whole continent and stuff. Typically, but every store is different. So sleeves as well, accessories. Do they have good margins?
here and manually
Probably,
do it
yeah.
for hundreds of
Anything you
cards that
can
have
get
out
from a
there.
local,
Like I
you
said, we
should
only
get
we
from a
price out
local.
stuff once. And then when people come, we kind of hope that they go to the Rare Candy app and you could get the most current pricing. And we price match it all. We just don't have the manpower to go through hundreds of thousands. We literally go through hundreds of thousands of cards in a month.
Have you ever had a moment while running this shop that you thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if we're gonna make it?
Yes, it was consistent through the first year and couple months. My business partner and I, we were just dumping our personal money into it. We actually did not take any profits from this store till this Christmas. We realized that all the money needs to go back to catching up and feeding the card store.
What's been the most unexpected thing?
I have other businesses.
Yeah.
When you buy products, you know, let's say I sell 3 Dr. Peppers. I'll go out and buy 4 Dr. Peppers and bring it back to the store. Here at this retail store, you sell that 3 Dr. Pepper and you can't buy anymore. It's done. You know what I mean? That was the most unexpected. So to keep products in the store for customers to come even to buy, that's also, you know, that was the most unexpected, where you're always struggling to look for more products. Like, we got to find something for our customers. We don't want to look like we're going out of business here, guys.
Question, would you recommend running a card store?
The card store was much different than what I thought it was going to be.
How so?
So when you first have a bunch of cards, you're like, oh, I'm going to run a card store. And I have $50,000 in my pocket or $100,000 in my pocket. I'm going to go rent a space and I'm going to go sell Pokemon cards. That's a great idea until you realize that once you sell out of your original cards, there's no other ways to get it back except pretty much buying it again at market price or higher. Pokemon always goes up. And the thought of having $100,000 in your pocket for inventory, now you've got yourself in a rent, you got yourself in electricity, you got yourself in much more than
100,000
you're
sounds
actually
like a lot of
Security
money.
as well, too.
Yep.
But
You're
it's-
gonna put
it's
a lot
just
more
not.
money, like than you think, and you need
you're running a
you wanna
shop.
be successful. You want 10,
Like, it's just not.
20 times more money than what
Like,
I
that's
just
inventory,
so
that's
you
the-
compete
that's
and
the
do well.
space.
So for people who are trying to open up a card
That's
store, I do
your
suggest
salary
starting
for your
with
employees.
online.
Like that's
Once you do very well with online,
gone in,
then
like,
think
months.
about getting into the store. Do not start that process with getting a store. I did that mistakenly, and it set me back a while to catch up.
Really?
Yeah, it was a struggle. It was an uphill battle. You know what I mean?
What's been like the biggest struggle for you?
100K is
as a
not
card
enough for
store?
engravers.
Biggest struggle for me is scaling is our biggest problem. To get to a certain number where you could hold on to enough cases for 3 months, it might be like 50 to 100 cases. And if you're a brand new shop, you're starting with 2 cases and you're supposed to have that 2 case last you 3 months to the next drop, you're gonna be struggling and hard.
How does allocations exactly work for local card stores.
All right, is
When
it
you're
like
a new store,
are cases different sizes in different games? Because a case in Yu-Gi-Oh is like nothing. Like that's what 24 boxes or something. Like that's not getting you through the next core set profit-wise, surely.
maximum they'll give you is 1 or 2 cases. After that, the next set they'll give you 3 or 4 cases.
Yeah, so they're about
The next
they're
set
about
after
similar.
that, they'll give you 4 or 5. But if it's a good set, everyone is cut back down to 4 cases. So at opening a card store, the biggest struggle is to even get products for your store. So you end up buying from the secondary market. People who go to Target, people go to Walmart, they'll come and they'll resell it back to us. And then we have to try to make a little bit of money, so we have to slap a little tax on top of that.
Card stores are essentially at the mercy of the distributors.
That is for sure. And I mean, I love my distributors. They treat me very well, but also having a distribution, they ask you nicely to buy sets that don't sell. And in order for you to get the set that, you know, you want.
This right here is the worst thing, and like the thing that like every vendor I've ever spoken to complains about is you have to buy a set that you're allocated for. So you want to buy a set that you get an allocation for, but in order to get a high number of allocations to make money on lots of that set, like using a practical example, Age of Overlord last year, right, with Snake Eye. Best set in Yu-Gi-Oh! In a while, Power of the Elements, you know, there's always like a big heavy hitter set. If you're a vendor and you have a lot of investment and a lot of capital, you can just go like, I'm just going to buy 1,000,000 boxes of Age of Overlord, right? That sounds good. But you're not allocated that amount by the distributor. The distributor has to balance that out and give each retailer X number and balance it fairly, but also has, I don't know if like what the technical way to be describing this is, but if you just don't buy any set, you just skip all the side sets, you just skip all the structure decks, and you only buy like the good core set, they're not going to allocate you a big number. So you have to keep buying from your distributor, and you have to keep buying like the shit sets basically, to get all of the big ones, right? And that is fair, yeah, exactly. Because, you know, you can't just like skip the queue and have just a year worth of liquid capital saved up to be like, I'm going to buy Power of the Elements. I'm going to buy millions of boxes of Power of the Elements. I'm going to go make a big, huge profit because I'm going to sell all of these Snake Eye cards. It's essentially a loyalty system. So, I mean, that's rough, right? Because they might make a lot of money on the crazy big core set. But the problem is like, and you know, this is probably just a Yu-Gi-Oh issue, but there's a lot of shit sets in this game. So as a vendor, that's really frustrating. Imagine Supreme Darkness, right? It's like, oh, I want like 1,000,000 cases of Age of Overlord, and then Supreme Darkness rolls around. Or I guess more recently, you could look at Crossover Breakers, right? I want to buy all Crossover Breakers. I want to buy 100 boxes of cases of Crossover Breakers. Okay, cool. Now you have to keep up that loyalty to that distributor by buying by Supreme Darkness. And Supreme Darkness is kind of shit, right? You're not gonna make a lot of money off that. It's rough, man. There's also shit sets in Pokemon, but there's fewer. Yeah, I guess as a card shop, it maybe balances out because, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a bad set coming up. Fine, I'll buy X number that the minimum that I have to buy, but there's like a good one-piece set, like a couple weeks near it. And then that one you can invest a lot in. And then next time, there's a not so good like Pokemon set, so you invest a lot of money into like the crossover breakers, etc., etc. That was so stressful.
It also dictates that you buy these sets.
I wonder if there's a way we could create an environment where the worst quality sets are better to players. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I buy 10 cases, but set B is not doing well. They say if you keep your allocation at 10 cases, then next time we'll move up your allocation. But if you drop this allocation down to 1, 2 cases, your next allocation will drop down to maybe 3, 4.
There you go. See, this is like he's literally describing it. It's like, okay, you're allocated 10 cases, you buy 10 cases of this product, but if you don't buy 10 cases, we're going to drop your allocation for the next set. So it's like, oh, you want to buy a lot of Age of Overlords? Okay, well, the previous set before that, you need to buy this amount, right? So it's like, literally, it's a loyalty system. That sounds terrible because, I mean, it's fair, but at the same time, it's like, the problem here is like, the set quality is way too volatile.
Oh man, that doesn't sound as nice as I'd like, right?
Yeah, it's not nice, but I mean, they're running a business too.
How many hours a day, how many hours a week, and especially since the beginning, have you been devoting to this store, to this baby of yours? And has that affected,
easily 100 hours a week, I
When
assume,
we
right?
first opened the store, we were open from 10 to 8, and that's about 10 hours a day, just being open. We always come in about half an hour earlier to an hour earlier to clean, prep the store for opening. And then afterwards, if we're running tournaments, 8 o'clock can actually go to midnight, 1 in the morning. So there's days we can spend from 12 to 16 hours.
So you're potentially working a 16-hour day.
Yes, and then afterwards, we only close 1 day a week. So I mean, if you do that math, you're running 90 to 100 hours a week.
90 to 100 hours a week.
Yes. Does it affect family life? Yes, it definitely does. You know, when you have your wife and your kids and you're dedicated to the store for survivability, of course.
I couldn't.
But luckily my house is not too far from my store, so
I want to be with my family too much. I like my spare time too much. Couldn't do something like this.
Oh, that's great. What do you sacrifice when running a card store?
I might make this sound grim. I love my job. I love the card store. But I think this goes for every business anyone opens up. You're going to sacrifice a lot of your time and a lot of your money. Businesses are not guaranteed money. You have to know how to save money. You know what I mean? You have to be prepared for a storm. You have to be good with your social skills. You can't get mad at people. You have to love people, like I said.
So relationships are very important.
Yes.
Whether it comes to the people in the community that visit your shop,
yes,
to reaching out across the world for getting product, for establishing new relationships.
Yes.
I also couldn't help but notice how much security Cloud had for their store.
So tell me why a card store
probably because he's got a Shadow Charizard in there.
like this.
Yeah, so it is one of the prime targets for robbery. On the first year we opened, we got broken into. Ever since then, I realized that we need all the security we could get. So this store is pretty much like a jewelry store. So it's protected like one. We have all sorts of securities from back to front, to the point where we actually have to secure the suite right next to us too.
Yeah.
They'll come in from that side too. They do it with speed. So they target the highest dollar section, usually cases. They'll break every case and then they'll grab everything in it. They'll try to do it within 10 minutes and they're gone. They were grabbing cases of stuff.
Oh my gosh. So we're talking like thousands and thousands of.
They broke into the store through a hole in the wall that they made?
Dollars worth of product gone?
Yeah, overnight once, but people tried to.
Wait, how much?
They'll try to do it within 10 minutes and they're gone. They were grabbing cases of stuff.
Oh my gosh. So we're talking like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of product gone?
Yeah, overnight once, but people tried to do grab and runs, which is a lot.
What's a grab and run?
So they'll come in and like, oh, let me see this expensive card. Usually we're pretty quick on that. We get a sense of it. We use a mag lock. So if you come in and you holding a bunch of my cards, what I do is I press a button, the mag lock locks.
So like the front door automatically locks?
All my doors lock. Well, they run. They're not going to slip out because
I saw this
when they're holding
hilarious looking TikTok recently of like some guy tried to do a grab and run in a phone shop. I don't know if anyone has seen it or if someone can link it, but like he like takes this expensive like iPhone. He's like, oh yeah, can I see it? Looks at it, sprints to the door, and then it's just locked. So he's just stuck, and then he like awkwardly walks back and just hands him the phone.
dollars in their hands for watching. It's more of them, oh, I'll take this to the register, not.
Oh,
So
wow.
they run, the mag
Is
lock
this in America?
hits, and
It's
then
a
it's
problem?
just
Probably
put it
not,
down,
but I've
legally.
personally never heard of anything like
What
this
sort of
happening in
measures
EU.
have you had to take since you have been robbed?
We've fortified our walls. We had to put a security system to the suite.
Definitely not
next
as much
to
as
us,
I
so
hear about
we've
it in
actually
NA for
created
sure.
alarm systems for our neighbors too. We've
Oh,
installed cameras.
Hancock.
We've installed these shutters, mag locks, like I said.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's not all
Yu-Gi-Oh!
gloom and doom.
Cameras. We've installed these shutters, mag locks,
Do we really have a liquid soldier on display?
like
$10?
I said.
But it's not all gloom and doom. This man also loves collecting cards, and he created a place for others who love the hobby as well.
Any just one particular moment that really just clings to you?
The biggest thing is that I like to teach people, and there's a lot of young ones that come in here and they want to learn more about the Pokemon. I love, that's the biggest thing that I actually enjoy, teaching the younger generations, the games that we like, kind of passing it on and our passion for the game. A lot of parents come in here with their children and they're like, hey, we don't know what we're doing. It's like, we got you. Come over here. We got, we'll show you the best things to get.
And of course, I couldn't leave without opening some Pokemon cards.
What we got?
We got tons of options.
I have been eyeing the 151, so I will say, if you have 151 for us to open, I still haven't pulled the Charizard.
Yep, let's do it.
All
We'll
right,
keep
look at this
opening till we get it.
Pokemon-centric
All right, let's do
bullshit.
it. Well,
Where's the
we're
Yu-Gi-Oh?
gonna have a little pack
Where's
battle
the
and
Yu-Gi-Oh?
see
Can
who
I even
get
see,
the best
do you even see any Yu-Gi-Oh on the wall?
pools today.
I
Blue
literally don't even
fours, all
see
these
Yu-Gi-Oh on
guys.
display.
too.
Actual dead game.
Look
I'm
at
so
that.
sad.
A little high roll over here. All right. Should we get into the
Yugi
first match?
Razor.
I think I got something. Yep. I do. A Tangula. All right, so there's one hit for myself. Your pack? What you got? Ooh, you got the energy though.
Fire energy.
All right, so you got the fire energy. All right, next up.
Our energy is
looking for
expensive?
The Charizard. I got a. I got
Wait,
a
what the
Mew.
fuck?
I got another hollow.
Wait, that card is
Ooh, I'm
so
pretty-
beautiful,
I
and
got
it's
two
like
hits so far.
$9.
It's not looking good. Watch you open up the evolving skies and get like the Umbreon or something. That would be just insane. Oh wait, but I did get an energy.
30
Energy.
bucks?
I got an energy now. What do you got? You
Okay,
finally
so
have-
question.
Oh,
See
wait,
this
but I
energy?
did get.
I assume
an
this is like 5 cents in like its lowest rarity form, right? This is just a... Oh, 30 cents! Oh, wait, never mind.
Energy. I got an energy now. What do you got? You finally actually gonna get something? You are Mr. Mime and another
Mr.
I got a
Mime?
double Mr.
You got a
Mime.
double Mr. Mime, so let's just go with that. So far, I think I'm definitely still in the lead. My pack time, man. Hey, this is your chance. And you get...
Nah, I'm a champ.
Hey, Psychic Energy, that's my favorite.
$1.
Getting the energies over here. Let's see what I can do in this one. And another chance.
Wait, that was like a really shiny
I see
Gyarados.
something.
That's
What
not
do we
worth
got? What do we
anything?
got?
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, that's the full art.
Yep, full art.
That may take it right there. My goodness.
Full art Zapdos?
So I'm gonna
How much
use
is
the
that?
Rare Candy app right now just to scan how much the Zapdos is worth. $13. I think that's probably
Ooh.
winning right now. I'm gonna need.
Wait, what app is that? Is that a thing in
Psychic
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Energy, but you already have a Psychic Energy.
Nope, the Vaporeon.
I think you win. We do need to open these evolving skies though. Rayquaza, any alt art, nothing like this pack.
I see something.
Oh, there is. Wow, a Glaceon. No. My gosh.
TCG player
Gonna win
app?
this one, Nathan?
That's
I
cool.
hope you win this one and pull the Umbreon.
That would be
$13
magical.
after
That would
spending
be
20?
absolutely magical.
Not
Let's
factoring
see, I'm
in
gonna need-
listing fees or
I get a
postage and packaging?
Dialga. All right, just lay it on me. There's something. It's dark. It's dark. No way. I mean, he does have home store advantage. Come on. All right, scan both. What have been some of your favorite moments running a card
15
shop?
bucks.
A lot of my customers are now some of my closest friends. They come to the store, they hang out with us. We actually now go eat together, we play games together. They come to the store and they see us busy, they'll hop in, they'll help. Running the store, you will find a lot of great personalities out there.
Why did this video end so abruptly?
Would you recommend?
No way you screwed because you pulled 10 bucks. Why did this video like just instantly end? Damn. Oh man, dude, I didn't want to say it, but it's the highest rated comment. That poor guy looks drained. Like, yeah, just looking at his like physical body language and his face, like he looks fucking shattered. I feel really bad, dude. Like, small business is stressful as shit. It is hard. I mean, you are making like, you are shaving like razor thin margins to like make a profit. Assuming you actually give a shit and care about your employees and being fair with their wages and hours and stuff like that, like it's so tight. Meanwhile, CEOs in the Bahamas, yeah, I mean, being a big corporation is very different from being a small business. A small, like, homegrown business is, I mean, like, some small business owners are, like, actual, like, in poverty, dude. It's rough. It is really hard. And something like a card shop as well, like, the ultra-competitive, like, card store market, selling singles, selling boxes, competitive as shit, you know? Anyway, I feel for the guy, but that was a good video. It was a good video.